Welcome to Don't Dim to Fit In. I'm Maggie, and I'm so glad you're here. The message that I have for you guys today is pretty specific, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, but it will resonate with some of you. Please use your discernment, and if it doesn't apply to you, then don't worry about it. The message that I have for you is that somebody stole your breakup story. And not only did they steal your breakup story, they're actually making money from it. They're making profit from it. So they either wrote a poem about it, or they wrote a book, or they wrote a song, and they're actually making money from this. So how you can tell like they didn't actually go through it is you can tell when someone went through deep heartbreak, right? Like when they speak about it or when they write about it, you can feel in your soul how they write or how they sing about it or how their poetry is, if they've really gone through it or if they've really experienced it. And whoever this person is or these people are, they didn't live through it. And you can clearly tell that just by the way the poetry is or the way the book reads or the way the song is. But they definitely took your story, your heartbreak story, and they're making profit from it. They wrote a song about it, about something that you experienced that they clearly did not experience, and they're making money from it. And it's disgusting, quite frankly. But that is the message that I'm getting. So if this resonates with you, you might want to stick around. I'm going to pull some cards and see what else Spirit wants you to know for your highest and greatest good. So the first card that pops out is the 10 of coins. So this is the 10 of pentacles, right? So they did this for money. Okay, they stole your breakup story, something like your energy, something that you experienced, something that you went through, so they can make money off of it, right? This is the type of person who will marry for money, who will pretty much do anything for money, for attention, that kind of thing. So if there's anyone in your life or that used to be in your life that's like that, this is who did this to you. Okay, what else, Spirit? What does my collective need to know? Yeah, if you've experienced the Three of Swords and the 10 of Swords, you're gonna know if someone has experienced that just by the way that they speak, by the way that they sing, by the way that they communicate. And if someone just says, oh, hey, I went through a breakup, we were together for a few months, and then I got my heart broken, so I wrote a song. Well, that's not gonna fly, right? That's not enough of a story to be like, hey, I went through deep heartbreak. I was betrayed by my best friend. I was betrayed by someone who I thought was the love of my life, and XYZ. The next card is the 9 of Wands. So this was a test from Spirit. This was a test of boundaries, of faith, of courage, and this was a test for the person that did this to you, right? So Spirit was testing this person, like, hey, are you sure you want to be doing this? Are you sure you want to steal from this person, steal their energy, steal their story, steal part of their life? And this person, they failed this test. This was a test from God, from Spirit, from whoever you resonate with, right? This was a test from a higher power, and this person failed. And you could very well have very high boundaries, very strict boundaries with this person, but they chose to do the wrong thing anyway. They chose to steal your breakup story anyway. Just so they could make money, just so they could get attention, just so they could be the center of attention. This person, it feels like, is addicted to attention. Like they have to always be the center of attention. Like, look at me, look at me, look at me kind of thing. As to where you're more like, hey, yes, I went through this breakup or I went through this betrayal, but I'm going to go heal on my own. I'm going to go heal in silence. Not this person. They want money. They want attention. What else, Spirit? This was a big test from Spirit that they failed. You've got the Lovers. This is a person that you were in a relationship with, whether it was a marriage or a high level of commitment. This is also a decision that this person made that was just a very bad decision. This was, again, a test from spirit that this person failed. It's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to take the path, the righteous path, or are you going to take the path of, I don't really want to say this, but are you gonna pick like the angel on your shoulder? Are you going to pick the devil on your shoulder? And they picked the devil on their shoulder. They knew that this was wrong. They knew it wasn't their experience, and they decided to make that decision anyway. They made that decision anyway, and they're like, oh, well, it's just a song. It's just a book. It's just a poem. It's fiction, right? No, it wasn't fiction. It was your story. It was your truth. They stole your truth. And that is wrong. That is straight up wrong. And this is the decision that they made. This is someone that you loved, and they betrayed you. Thank you. Yeah. This is someone who makes very harsh decisions. They're a bully. They're insincere. Again, this was not their story, but they're passing it on like it's their story. They're like, oh yeah, I got my heart ripped out and stomped on, but no, they didn't. You did. They're impulsive. They're hurtful. They're just a jerk. This is someone that, again, could be part of your family, or you thought of them as your family. This could be an in-law or an ex-in-law, someone that you are connected to in a marriage or high level of commitment, someone you definitely, with this 10 of Cups, someone you definitely looked at as family. But they're unhealthy. The 10 of Cups, this is in reverse. So this is someone that you trusted, and they betrayed you. We've got the Empress here. This is you. You are in this beautiful, divine, feminine energy, and they're jealous of that. They're jealous of you. They're even jealous of your heartbreak story. Imagine being so insecure that they're even jealous of you getting your heart broken. Like they have not experienced heartbreak in the way that you have. So they took your story, they took your truth, and then they are creating something off of that and making profit. And at the end of the day, this was a test from spirit for that person, and they failed it. They failed the test. This Knight of Swords in reverse, missed opportunities. Yeah. So whatever it is that they created is not going to prosper. It's not going to prosper in the way that they want it to. The book isn't going to be a bestseller. The poem isn't going to succeed on the level that they want to. The song or the album isn't going to go to #1, for example. All right, let's get a little bit more energy on this. What else would you like the collective to know, Spirit? Yeah, don't worry about this though, because, yes, was it wrong? Absolutely, but it was their test and they failed it. And again, it's not going to prosper. And you know what your truth is. And now they have to serve their karma for their failed test. But Spirit does want you to know that this person or these people did this to you. Yeah, this is a person that breadcrumbed you. This is in reverse, so you're not giving this person attention. You're not accepting anything less than what you deserve. You're not dealing with false promises anymore. You don't entertain anybody who is going to breadcrumb you. It feels like a lesson that you learned from this person too. You're like, no, I'm not gonna entertain any energies that breadcrumb. Yeah, you're focused on your bag, basically. You're making big moves out here. Again, I'm also getting that with this money moves, that they are making money off of stealing your truth, your story. and that will be part of their karma. One more, Spirit. Okay. Yeah, they're out here fake flexing. They're pretending like they've got it all together, like they're making money and they're just the best thing ever. They're getting all of this attention, and online they are acting like they've got everything, but really in real life they're not doing as well. So they're fake flexing. Okay, let's get some advice from Spirit and then we'll close this out. But yes, Spirit wants you to know that this person stole your story, part of your story. But that was really a test for them, and they failed it big time. Okay, Spirit, what is the advice for my collective? What is the advice? I mean, I see people doing interviews like, oh yes, oh, they were the love of my life, and they broke my heart and all this stuff, but like they're smiling as they're doing doing the interview. I'm like, and it's like, oh really? You don't seem like you've had your heart broken, because they haven't. They stole your story. One more, please, Spirit. Yes, Spirit is calling you to let this go, and many of you already knew this intuitively. And some of you didn't know this. This is a secret that was being kept from you. Yeah, again, we have the Lovers here. So, and the Two of Cups is reversed. Yes, so your advice is to let this go. This was a bad decision on their part. It was a test that they failed. This is somebody that you broke up with, or you're in separation with. This is someone that you do not have a good relationship with. And again, with the High Priestess here, this feels like you. You intuitively already knew that this person was doing this, or you could have had like that gut feeling. But they will get karma for this. They absolutely will, for making this decision to betray you and to steal your truth and your literal breakup story. Look at this. They stole your breakup story. So just let go with this Four of Pentacles in reverse. Let go and let Spirit take care of it. Let God take care of it, because they will pay the price for that. They absolutely will. So, all right, collective, that was your message. I hope that it was helpful. Remember, don't dim to fit in, shine bright, and live true. And I will see you in the next video.